Today's Life Diaries is about being open-minded and thinking outside the box. So, what do I think about being open-minded? A lot of people out there are under the impression that they are open-minded, but you need to understand that there's different levels of having an open mind. So, an open mind is when you're actually receptive to ideas, to arguments, and to any sort of information. So having an open mind is a positive quality, but it's not necessarily an easy quality to be open-minded, because what happens is when we are trying to have an open mind, it can actually come to conflict with our existing beliefs. Because anything we were conditioned to think, that's when we find ourselves. When somebody comes to say something to us, if it conflicts to everything that we know, we can become argumentative because we have information that is thinking differently based on how we were conditioned from our past. So whether that be through our friends, through our family, through our work environment, everything that has shaped us until today. Now, in order for one to have an open mind, I say the term think outside the box. And what does that mean for me? It means think as if you have your brain and there's a little gate in there. And you need to be able to take the key and open that gate and have that gate open at all times so that any sort of information that comes through, when it does bring a conflict within you, you need to be able to analyze why it might trigger something in you. So you have to be willing to be open, accept the information that's coming in, and then if you find that it conflicts to the way you're thinking, you need to start to analyze why you're thinking the way you're thinking. Because sometimes we can be getting a lot of information from other people and the gate is closed and we're not open to all the possibilities of the information that we might get. So say, for example, somebody says something to you that you might find it quite extreme. You need to understand that perhaps that person had a different experience to you, and they have perhaps a knowledge that you did not have. Because if you're a person that hasn't been reading a lot in life, and you don't have, let's say, all of the education of knowing things in life, you are prone to have a closed mind by not being open to that experience. You see, a person that has an open mind would mean that they are open to the experience. So what makes them different? What makes them different is that they're actually intellectually curious, right? They're creative, and they are, how should I say it? They have the imagination and they have the tool in order to be able to see the world differently. So they have a different kind of mindset, the people that are open-minded. And as I said before, there's different levels of open-mindedness. And a lot of us might be saying that we are open-minded, but then when conflicts come, a lot of people cannot handle them effectively. So if you find yourself in situations where somebody says something to you and you're disagreeing in that, you always need to speak up your mind, but always listen to other people, because only by listening can you gather new information. Because in the end, maybe a few years can go by and you might not know something then, but then after many years, you can discover that it was due to the closing of your mind, that you were not open to new information. Because it doesn't matter, even the people that have a lot of knowledge in different fields, there's not a person on this earth that knows everything. There's stuff that is missing. There's people out there that know more than you do, right? I've been reading and I've been on this personal development path for over 14 years. And every single day, I learn new things. And the reason why I learned new things is because I always had a curious mind. And I found that the way to be an open-minded person is to be analytical. You need analytical skills in order to be a real open-minded individual. And you can learn a lot of things by analyzing people, analyzing situations, and not just responding just to respond just because you think you might know something. There might be things that you are missing and you might have no idea why they're missing. So keeping an open mind in life is very, very important, and it actually can set you up to a lot of freedom to learn new data and to be open. Don't dismiss information. It might sound crazy to some people, because in my path, I remember many years I was on this self-development path because I would read a lot. And I had a lot of people on my path that had even presented themselves to tell me that I was going a bit crazy, right? That, that you were going cuckoo with everything that you'd say, right? And sure, at that time, perhaps I was more not as strong as I am now. That would really, it was affecting me, it was affecting me because I was always thinking different to other people. I would always question things. But I learned through that path is that we keep on going, and there's going to be people out there that are going to disagree to us. But even in me, some of these people that were disagreeing with me, that thought I was cuckoo at the time, many years have passed. And a few of them actually came up and said, I'd like to apologize, the way that I've behaved towards you, because actually now I understand a lot of things that you're saying that I did not understand then. So, guys, being open-minded and not, judging people. Being open-minded is, you can disagree with people. I disagree with a lot of people. My mind doesn't think like other people. I am my own person and I speak my mind, but the stuff that I share is not for everybody, and it's not easy. I'm not a person that is common like a lot of people out there. I question a lot of things. I can analyze anything, because for me, everything plays a role in this life. It's not just a life that you just go on about, and you need to be open about that. Every part of your body, every way you're responding, the appearances of a person, a lot of things come to play. And if you are the type of person that dismisses these things or thinks that you're better, right? You've got everything wrong, because in life you need to be always upgrading your skills and always learning something new. If you're the person that in your life right now, if within the last year or the last 2 years or the last 3 years, you're a type of person that remains stagnant and you're doing the same things over and over again and you're not learning something new, I am afraid I need to tell you that's a big fail in life. And that doesn't help you go forward. And you're wasting time, because there's so many things to be discovered about life. And if you're concentrated sometimes on not seeing the bigger picture, that can make you lose out from life a lot. And you can wake up one day and be with regrets. Life is very complicated and easy at the same time. And each one of us has the choice to make about where we want to see ourselves. And it's very important to have an open mind to anything around us and don't judge things, right? So I invite you guys to be able to keep outside the box. And when I mean by keep outside the box, keep that mind open to anything that comes your way, even to things that sound crazy, right? They sound crazy because you might just not know. Maybe your ego is too high. Maybe you need some self-reflection on things. Because if you're dismissing something and you're constantly in denial about things, that's going to keep on coming into your life. And open-mindedness is not for the weak. A person that has an open mind is a person that is quite strong. They're quite strong. And a lot of people say that they're open-minded, but a lot of people are not open-minded.